Countless scientific studies have shown that spending anywhere over 3 hours a day on social media can place someone in the category of addiction. Despite these studies, it has been evident that over 60% of people in this category do not consider themselves as addicts.
I'm a very lazy kind of a person, so I can't wake up and put my phone on and on. I can't.
What am I supposed to do?
I usually keep it that side for charging, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I went to a place where they said that cell phones are not allowed. That was Akshardham, I guess. And there I was like, what? I need my phone for the photographs. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
I would. No, I wouldn't.
I would. I try to get back. When I get back to the hotel, I try to connect to the Wi-Fi at the desk.
And follow the norms.
I would suggest hide and use it.
I think I'd be fine.
Yeah,
with
it'll
it.
be fine.
I'd
Yeah.
be able to do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a job. It's usually next to me because wake-up calls.
It's next to me. It's next to me.
Right next to my head.
Notifications. Check my phone.
Yeah. Look at my phone.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but that's mostly because I have so much data and it costs a lot. So. Why do you have a cell phone?
Sometimes, yeah.
No, I don't.
I do. For music.
In a survey conducted by Gazelle in 2012, more than 25% of the respondents reported that they almost always use their smartphone while in a social setting, such as during a meal or during a party. Furthermore, 70% said that they check their phones in the morning within an hour of getting up. 56% checked their phones before going to bed. 48% checked their phones over the weekend. 51% constantly checked their phones during the vacation, and 44% reported that they would feel very anxious and irritable if they did not interact with their phones within a week.
When we talk about addiction per se, we have two types, the one that are physical and the other which is behavioral. So let's classify it in that way. When we talk about physical, as in it is more of substance dependence. Addiction is a very broad term. It is a more stronger version of obsession. And for something to be obsessive, you also have a component of being compulsive to it. In our brain, we have a region called the reward circuit, or parts of the brain that are important for reward circuitry. Now that goes haywire because what we have in general has whenever we feel say when we have bonding going on, we feel good, we take the company pleasurably, and then we have say we eat food or we enjoy something, some pleasurable activity has occurred, say you read a book, you do feel good, and that satiation or gratification that you get out of certain activities rise the level of dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, which is a pleasure hormone, is what they say.
India has the world's second highest mobile phone users, with the figure standing above 1 billion. About 50% of Indian children and teenagers are prone to spinal problems due to a high use of mobile phone. said a study done by the Leelavati Hospital in Mumbai. The study said that 79% of the population between the age groups of 18 and 44 have their cell phones with them almost all the time, with only 2 hours of their waking day spent without their cell phone in hand.
So I think one biggest criteria is difficulty in monitoring the usage. So if you're not able to curtail the usage of these mediums, you should think about it. Another way it could manifest is, sort of constantly craving, it causing anxiety, causing distress if you don't have that equipment or an sort of exposure to social media for a particular amount of time. A thought of fear of, missing out, that kind of a tendency. Also an emotional response to it. Let's say you posted something, or there's an anxiety about losing your phone. These are all emotional responses to these mediums, and I think that is another thing that should be looked at.
Due to the vast effect that this addiction is having on today's society and the loss of meaningful communication it is causing, a number of log-off campaigns have been produced, with the most recent and successful video campaign titled Look Up.
So at least in a clinical setup, we don't usually find people coming in directly asking for help related to their phone usage or social media usage. What we do see is that they probably present with concerns of, say, decreased performance either at work or in their academics. It could manifest as a sleep disturbance. They could many times come to us with attentional difficulties. Or even, I've had couples come in talking about their marital issues, and then when we delve deeper into it, we realize it's related to the usage of social media or their phones. So it doesn't directly manifest, it can actually cause a lot of problem and disruption in other areas of your life and sphere that you may need to also address.
So we started this clinic that's called Shut Clinic Service for Healthy Use of Technology in 2014, and it is India's first anti-addiction clinic which helps the user to manage problem associated with internet use or its various domains. It may include it may include gaming, social media addiction, mobile phone use, YouTube, or other applications of the internet use. The need was felt to start this clinic based on our research, which we have been carrying out from 2009 onwards. And across all the research, we found evidence of that there is excessive use of technology manifest among users. And when I would say excessive means they showed more preference for use of technology in comparison to other available offline activities, which led to dysfunctions in their lifestyle and as well as disturbance in communication with the family members or disturbance in academic and occupational area. But majority of our clientele are gamers, and they play online team game plays, which include Dota 2, League of Legends, Candy Crush. Now PUBG has come, Overwatch. This kind of games which they can report that they are playing. And the main complaint and the reasons for consultations is significant decline in their academics and occupational area, and most of the time the treatment is being initiated by their parents. So this is a profile. Most of the children comes or the users comes in a state of denial. They feel it's my parents who brought me here. I don't think I have a problem.
There are two main reasons teens are so heavily addicted to social media. The first is a constant desire for information. Teens today are living a more technologically advanced life than any other generation. This has increased their desire to be constantly informed in status updates of what their friends are doing, what they are watching, and who they are liking. The second form of addiction focuses a lot more on the chemical side. The recognition the person receives online through receiving likes or increase in their follower count makes them feel as if someone is affirming their existence.